Something has been changing in your body and you felt it. Not all at once, not all at first, but over time. Body might have felt your sleep shifting a little bit, your energy might have dropped, your patience got shorter. Your body started to responding in ways it never did before. And it may have been doing it quietly. And you then start asking yourself, what is happening to me?
Morning breaks on a brand new climb. Shadows fade in the light this time. Every scar tells a seedling's tale.
Welcome back to Rise Again. This series with Beautiful Onions and your girl Andrea. How you doing today? All right, we are already have walked through the reset. We've walked through identity, and we on the third pillar of Rise Again, where we grounded ourselves and face parts of who we were in the two series that we already have completed. But now, this is a very serious series, and I've been in it for 6 months digging into this series. But now we're stepping into something that touches everybody layer of life. Your health. Your health. Not just what you eat, not just what you do, but your whole body is functioning in this season, of your life. This is your wake up. My scripture that I'm going to use for this episode is 3 John chapter 1, verse 2. It says, pray that you may prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. Yeah. So what God was saying is reminding us that God's never intended for us to only prosper in one area of life while struggling in other areas. That's not what he wants for us. So this scripture speaks to the wholeness, everything that I'm going to talk about in this series. It's the health series, and we're going to be talking about having health, peace, spiritual growth, emotional stability, wisdom, stewardship. All of that is part of a whole body health. It's not just one thing. It's a reminder that our soul, our mind, our body, and our daily life are all connected into one piece. It's not about just going to the gym and exercising. As our soul grows stronger and healthier and more grounded, it should begin to overflow into the way we live, the way we care for ourselves, think, move, and show up in the world, whole body health. So in section 1 today, this is going to be a short episode. It is just the opening, and it's called the wake up. So section 1 is, this is the wake up. Let's take a breath here, because what you experiencing is not random, is not you falling apart. And it is definitely not something you just need to push through. No, we're not doing that. What's happening in midlife, especially in menopause, is a full body shift. Once we hit those middle numbers, 40s, 50s, 60s, we have a body shift going on in our lifetime. Our hormones are changing, your stress response is changing, and your body is processing things differently. And because of that, the way you always take care of yourself may not work the same right now, the same way anymore, because things I used to do before, it don't work. It just don't work. I need my peace, and it's different. It's a very different mindset of where I'm at now. So I'm learning how to retrain me for this new body. I'm retraining myself of how to work this new body so I can get the best life without kids and all those other responsibilities I've had for over 50 something years. Now I'm retraining this body to have a new whole body experience and really enjoy who I am now. And to say, and do not want to feel frustrated. So that's why I'm training my body, especially health, because my health is differently. It's showing up differently. And I want to make sure I don't ache and hurt and mine is not where I need to be. I want to enjoy, and I'm learning how to do that again. So this whole body is definitely going to be an experience. So please come back for the rest of the 8 series because you've lived life. You've done things. You've handled things. And right now, you are not new to this, but your body is in a new season. Okay. And the section 2, which is your health is in layers. This is what we're going to be talking about every week for 8 weeks. Now, this is where we go deeper into each one of these because this is where everything going to be taught about health and how we can get better. Not about just eating better like everybody else. I'm like, no, you got to eat this, you got to exercise, you got to go to the doctor. Yeah, we do all of that. But in this season, your health is in layers. And when even one of these layers are off, you feel it, and then you don't feel good. So in this series, we're not just talking about one area. We're talking through 7 parts of your health that are connected to how you feel every single day. So what this is trying to get you to understand how we need to balance this health piece because we already know we need to exercise. Our body, in the physical health, we'll be talking about our body, our hormones, the weight that we possibly have gained, and our energy. So that's what we'll talk about first. And then the second one that we're going to talk about is the mental health because this mental health is something totally different in where we at in this life. Our thinking or clarity of what we want now, our focus on how we're going to get there, and the ability to process life now because our processing is different. We used to could process 2 or 3 things and multitask. No, we ain't processing like that no more. So that's what we'll be talking about in mental health. The third one will be our emotional health. This is where we have the mood swings. Our patience is very thin. We don't have time for craziness. Our internal balance, how internally we are working, what our balances are, dealing with things that we deal with. And then how emotional, heavy life feels. Right now, our emotions like, look, I can't deal with that. I tell my kids all the time, I can't deal with that part because that's not where I'm at. So if I'm not there, it's not on my plate. It's not on one of my rankings of what I need to do to keep myself going where I need to go. Then after that, the fourth one is going to be the behavior health. This one is your habits because there's some habits we need to stop. It's some routines that we might need to start doing. Getting up in the morning and spending just 10, 15 minutes talking to ourselves, getting that peace, getting our routine together and patterns that we need to put in place. How you respond to life day to day. That is what our behavior health needs to be. We're going to be talking about those and how to get them into our life or remove some from our life. The next one is environmental health. This is people, things that surround us. The pressure load that we have that we need to release, our pace, the pace that we have. We might not need that pace. We might need another pace in our life to get done what needs to be done. The people, the pressure, and the noise around us. That is environmental. Sometimes you have to get people moved out of your life so you can quiet that noise in your environmental so you can focus on what you need to focus on. That's your environmental health. The next one is spiritual health. The spiritual health is being grounded, your peace, your alignment, and your connection with God. This place you return to when life feels unstable. Because when I start feeling I can't handle it and things don't seem like they're working the way I thought, I quickly get back before him because I know it might not be what I'm wanting, might not be what he wants for me. So I need to get back before him so I can get that resolved. If I need to let something go, I need to let it go so he can go ahead on and do what he needs to do because I don't want to jump in and control the wheel. I want him to control the wheel. I feel more at peace with that. So then that's what we'll be doing in our spiritual alignment health. The next one is our life alignment health. This is the one that where your direction is, your purpose, your workload, and your stability. This is where life and you are aligned and who you're becoming. So you'll be ready to step into those opportunities that is in the next series. So the life aligned health is making sure you have all of these health areas or segments all together as one and trying to get them all moving smoothly. So then when we in midlife, we are ready to move into some opportunities. And this is the part I really want you to hear right here because this is important because once we finish health and then that last series, we move into opportunity. But you got to know this first before we move into opportunity is even though we are going to be working on fixing things, we don't fix everything at once. Everything in the health pillar don't get fixed all. Health happens in layers, one shift at a time. You don't start changing everything. You change one shift, you make one decision at a time. You work on that. You track that. You make sure what you're doing is working for you because after that, healing leads to clarity. So once you get one healing taken care of, you become more clearer. And then clarity leads to movement. So then you will move again and say, okay, I'm going to take care of this because I'm ready to take care of that in my mind. I'm ready to make this move. So then you'll make a movement. And then that movement will lead to your opportunities. So as you keep moving through building your whole health in your body and getting things aligned in yourself, then you'll start making movements and opportunities for you in life. Because we are at a different life now. We at a different area in life. We're at a different season in life. That's what I'm trying to say. And you move differently. Okay. Section 3, you're not starting over again. Now, let me say this before we move through this series. You're not starting from zero. You live life, you raise families, you work jobs, you carry pressures, you survive seasons people never even knew you were going through. So this is not about becoming a brand new person. This is about paying attention to your body differences in this season of life, because when your body starts shifting and you don't understand what's happening, you can lose years ignoring symptoms, dismissing changes, and pushing through things that needs attention. That's why I was saying it's 7 areas in your body that we need to pay attention to, we need to recognize, because you don't want to lose years not paying attention to these and taking care of those, because this awareness matters. That's why tracking matters. This is why understanding your body matters now, because small symptoms become bigger issues when we keep overlooking them. Understanding what's going on in your body, you can catch things earlier and discuss them with your doctors. And that is exactly why I created the Natural Menopause Healing Book. Not to overwhelm you at all, not to scare you, but to help you start paying attention, to help you start tracking your symptoms, to help you start seeing patterns in your life, tracking triggers, what you do, what you eat, what's going on in your life. So that if you tracking these body symptoms, they're trying to tell you something. So when you go to your doctors and you're not guessing, You informing them. You have something that you can say, hey, this began happening around this time, and this is what I did. And naturally, ways to support your body. Because some people want to do this naturally, vitamins and naturally foods, the stuff that they can change to change things in their body. Because a lot of times it is what we eat and what we do in different environments we put ourselves in. So we know that we need to change those so we can better our health. Through this transition, a lot of people go, like I said, herbs, nutrition, awareness, lifestyle shifts, and understanding what may actually be happening beneath the surface. Because this season deserves attention, not silence. So, my CTA is if you've been feeling like something in your body has been shifting, don't ignore it. Start tracking it. The Natural Menopause Healing book I created was to help women in midlife begin understanding what their body may be, experience, and how to start recognizing patterns, symptoms, triggers, and natural support options. Because awareness matters. And the sooner you begin paying attention, the sooner you can begin advocating for yourself. You can grab this book at beautifulonions.com, click on the vault, and go into the book vault. And we have other things there. So, in closing today, I would like to say we will be moving through this series together, and I want you to remember this. 3 John 1 2. I pray that you may prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. God never intended for us only survive one area of life while struggling in every other. Our health is connected, mind, our body, our emotions, our habits, environments, and our spiritual peace, and this direction in your life. This is the wake up. And in the next episode, we'll start with the foundation of it all, your physical health. I'll see you in the next episode of Rise Again. And this is Beautiful Onion is shedding layers of life one day at a time. See ya.